Hello ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon. We're back at it. We're gonna do another weekly markup, but right before we did the weekly markup, I wanted to go over the trade, the only trade that I've taken all month, which was GBPUSD. We're up 25 pips on it, and I missed two trades. I missed these GBPUSD longs, which I should have been up right now, and I missed UJ, the shorts. I did not take these shorts, by the way, but I wanted to go over them because I wanted to go over the trade and tell you guys how I missed the trade and how I could have gotten in if I didn't miss. But first is going into the shorts that I did take, right? Which was these shorts right here, GBPUSD shorts. Price tested the area of supply, which has as well been an area of demand. You can see the same area, pretty strong area of demand, turned into a new area of supply over here. And then once I peeped that price was below it and testing here, and then we tested it twice, and then after price tested this previous area of supply, we tested it again. So this was the first test, second test, we came back to test this previous area of supply, turned it into demand, and then here we didn't show any strength. And then that's when I started seeing the 30-minute. They were on the 30-minute, but on the 1 hour as well, we got a bearish engulfing candle. As you can see, we got a bearish engulfing candle below here and lower highs. And I mainly got in after noticing that after price tested this, it didn't fail to keep on breaking highs. As you can see, it created a lower high, and then that's when I got in. And then I believe I crashed out on this trade. I went to sleep, and when I woke up, price was up 25 pips. I believe I woke up like around 1-ish, somewhere like around here, and I secured at 25 pips and let the rest run risk free, which this was a trade that I took on Thursday. And then I believe I took it on Thursday and then secured it on Friday. Yup, secured it on Friday, and I did not take any more trades. And I set it risk free. And I was like, you know what? It was a good trade, so I'm just gonna set it risk free. I'm not even gonna trade Friday. If this trade continues melting, great. If it doesn't, whatever. I secured 25 pips, and well, that's what it kept. That's what it did. Price came back and took me out. That's why it's important you always secure at 20 pips, right? That's what saved me in this trade. And then as well, I missed the longs because, as you can see, price failed to keep on breaking lows. We already had a little range zone, and we broke back above here, created a higher low, and we shot all the way to the upside. Right now we'll go over UJ. All right, so we're back. So that was I believe we went over GBPUSD, the trade, and why I missed out on these longs. Literally the trade was here. We had a bullish engulfing candle and a higher low here, entry here, and actually price was devious and would have came back and stopped you out on Friday. You can see, oh no, actually this is still on Thursday. Would have came back and stopped you out, but somewhere here the position would have been something like this, and then obviously the main target would have been this right here. Then you would have already been in buys, and I would have still taken the shorts, but the buys would have still been in. I would have still been in the buys. Now it's going to UJ, and then UJ is actually, man, I'm really mad I missed this trade, because when I looked at this trade, these were the longs from Friday that I did not take. It was just the lookout that I was looking at. But, you know, also I think would have been in profit. I do believe UJ is gonna go here, but right now we're gonna do the weekly markup and really see where UJ is gonna go. But for last week, I mean, I was looking at price somewhere right here, because my stop loss would have been 30-something pips. So I think it was somewhere like right here, right? But the correct entry would have been right here. That would have been the perfect entry. And why? Now we'll hop into the 15-minute. You can see it perfectly. I'm just gonna draw the outline real quick. Higher low, then you have a high, and then you have right here this 15-minute higher lower high, and then that 15-minute lower high broke structure right here. You can see. So what does that create? It creates an impulse within the range, right? Or 15-minute supply zone, whatever you want to call it. It does the same thing. Price is still bearish right here, and then we flip back bullish, higher lows, broke structure, higher lows, bullish engulfing candle, higher low. We came back, tested that previous 15-minute supply or input within the range perfectly. And why is it important? Because this lower high or supply broke a previous low, so it's strong. And when price tested it, I mean, I think I've talked about this before on this channel, but I mean, the market is gonna keep on doing the same thing over and over. Oh shit, my hands. I mean, that's how you know a working man's hands. That's how they look like, right? But back to this. Price tested this previous area of strong supply on the 15-minute. Tested it perfectly. Look at that. We had an instant reaction, and that's what's important, that you have an instant reaction, because price could have easily done this, and that would have been wrong, right? You need that instant reaction to the downside, right? If price was bearish here, we need to be bearish exactly right here, and this is exactly what happened. And I literally missed the trade, dude. I literally laid out something like this, and I did not take the trade. I literally just laid out the outline, and then boom, look at that. The whole trade straight to target. Obviously, the first target is your bottom of the range, and obviously your stop loss is your stop loss is right above the top of the range, or the highest high, and your main target is the lowest low. And boom, target got hit, and that's where we started seeing the reversal. But man, these trades always happen, either vice versa for sells or for buys. Now, I'll delete everything and let's get into the weekly chart, weekly markup. I'll be back. Well, for you it's an instant, but for me it's gonna be a while. Yo, we're back. It's literally the same video for you, but for me it's been a while. Right, so I just got done with my weekly markups, and I had realized that I did not show the $40 challenge account. So like, I remember, like, this was the $40 account challenge that I received, the $40 check, and I deposited into the account, right? And by the time it hit the account, it only was like $36. So we look at the trading dashboard, we're down now only $3 after making back the last with the last 3 profitable trades, right? And the last trade obviously being the GBPUSD shorts, the 25 pip win. So now let's get into the weekly markup, right? So first let's get into GBPUSD. You can pause it and read it. We're monthly bearish, weekly bearish, daily bearish, turning bullish, H4, H1 bullish. Hop into the monthly. You can see on the monthly, price failed to break above 138. And then we created a monthly bearish engulfing candle, and then we created a lower high below 138. And then we created another bearish engulfing candle, right? So right now we're below 134, and we're currently back above 131,500, which if you see, we'll hop into the weekly. It's also a previous strong area of supply, demand. And right now, that's where I put right now. So right now at 31,500, we could possibly get a possible trade. That's what I had said, possible trade soon at 131,500. Because price is around 131,500, and it's obviously a strong area of supply and demand. So, more than likely, price may do something like this, right? Bearish and go below and continue to the downside. Or maybe we hop into the daily. We are flipping bullish, bearish turning bullish on the 4-hour, and the H1 we're already bullish. As you can see, we already had a daily bullish engulfing candle. So what could also happen is price can continue to the upside. That's not what I wanted to happen. So price can continue to the upside, something like this, and then maybe here we could get the higher time frame, higher low, right below 134. But for now, definitely looking like some shorts, some longs. And then on the 4-hour, you could already see we already have the 4-hour support, which is above 130. Have a H4 bullish engulfing candle above 131,500. So definitely, if price can stay above 131,500, I definitely see it all the way to 134. definitely. Now let's get into GJ. You can pause it and read it. Monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily bullish, each for each one bullish. GJ as well, very similar to GU. The monthly we're bullish. Obviously we're previous area stronger supply. We're above it. It's 195. Monthly bullish engulfing above 195, and then another monthly bullish engulfing here after creating this monthly double bottom. And then we have another monthly bullish engulfing candle here, which is above 199, which on the weekly used to be a previous strong area of supply and demand right here. And we currently actually retested it just perfectly. You can see 199 perfect retest, creating a higher low. As you can see, perfect retest, which last week, remember we had talked about this gap. It finally got cleared, right? When it happened to the 4 hour, you can see the gap perfectly. It got cleared. We created a higher low above 199. H4 bullish engulfing candle above the support. Previous areas of demand turned into demand again. It was supply for a bit, but we turned into demand again, and we created a higher low above it. And now we're looking like we're gonna continue to the upside from here, right? Maybe we could get some bias. The price can retest, but I mean, fuck, that's a huge ass stop loss. So definitely, maybe price can do something like this. Give us a nice little retest to continue for London session. Then maybe we could be getting into some longs. But for now, it's longs as well on GJ. Let's get into USDCAD. You can pause it and read it. Monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily bullish, turning bearish, H4, H1 bearish. USDCAD and GBPUSD, man, they have been blessing with trade opportunities, and USDJPY as well. As you can see, monthly supply respected here below 147, and then we had a monthly bearish engulfing candle below 139. But what did price do? It respected the bullish trend, and we created a bullish engulfing candle above 139 now. And now it happens to the weekly. You see on the weekly we have a bullish engulfing candle as well, and we have a higher low above it. And then it happened to the daily, it starts getting even more bullish, right? Bullish engulfing candles, retest into higher low into 139. Perfect push into the upside. And now, as you can see, price is reacting to this previous area of demand over here, demand over here. You could say supply below, and now it's creating supply as well below. And this is important because if we hop into the 4 hour, you can see where we previously had supply, and then we had demand over here above. Now we're below it, and not only that, but we have a bearish engulfing candle below it. And we hop into the 1 hour, and to the 1 hour, you can see the lower high as well below it. So definitely this USDCAD is looking like it's gonna come back down all the way to 139, very possible, and that adds confluence to GBPUSD going up. So let's go into USDJPY. You can pause it and read it. Monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily bullish turning bearish, H4, H1 bearish. UJ. From the monthly, you always start from your monthly into the lower time frames. You can see the monthly price failed to break above 14500, as you can see. Right, I literally thought this zone was getting weaker, but actually no, it got stronger. And you hop into the weekly, you can see this bullish trend got respected, and we broke above this previous area of supply, which is now turned into a new area of demand, which is 151, and we have a weekly bullish engulfing candle above it as well. Then on the daily, we have a daily bullish engulfing candle above it, and we have a higher low above it as well. But now price similar to USDCAD is failing to break highs above 154, 100. And now you could also see a bearish engulfing candle on the daily, and then we hop into the 4 hour. The 4 hour is already bearish because price failed to break below this area of supply, which is 154, 100. And we have H4 engulfing candles right here, and it's looking bearish, but I definitely would still want for price to break below here for us to sell, and for us to buy, which actually I think didn't mention this on the chart of possible short below 153 and possible longs above 154, 100. This is 153 below, and then 154, 100 above. Very possible for either or, but mainly right now for shorts all the way into 151, and then maybe at 151 we'll be looking for an entry. Continuation to 160, very possible. And if that doesn't happen, then the continuation to 160 will just happen back above 154 for 100. Now, last but not least, NZDCAD. You can pause it and read it. Monthly bearish, weekly bearish, daily bearish, H4 is showing bearish. Bearish. NZDCAD. NZDCAD is fully bearish, man. Even a toddler can tell you that this is bearish, right? We were somewhat bullish here, but price failed to break above 086. And then we came back down low, and then price failed to break above 083. And now we're literally just back below as well, 080, which is a previous strong area of supply and demand, and we just broke through it, right? 080. So now what happened to the weekly? You can see on the weekly, we respect this previous area of supply, which is again 083, and then here above 080, which was a previous strong area of demand, we didn't have any strength. What do I mean by we didn't have any strength? Well, above a previous area of support, what do you normally get? You get buys, right? But here, what did we get? We got a lower high. We failed to break above this high, and then this high failed to break above this high. So all of these are lower highs. And what is lower highs telling you? That there's no buyers in the market. And what happened right next? Boom, huge bullish, huge bearish engulfing candle right here. And this is a weekly, by the way. So this candle is most likely going to close like this. And I still believe it will happen to the daily. I do believe that price is gonna come back down all the way to 078,300. That's gonna be our first target, which is still actually around 60 pips away. So at 078,300, we might have a reversal, or we might have a break below and continue to the downside. Very possible for either or. But we still have to get to 78,300. Right? Even when you hop into the 4-hour, you can see in the 4-hour even cleaner. We even had a clean trade below this, but I totally missed it. When did this happen? You had the first initial push here on Monday, and then the second retest here on Thursday, and I missed both entries. And this position would have already been up 80 pips. Right? Great bias, great analysis, but we missed a trade. Well, actually, let me send an alert here at 078,300. So now, peace and love, and let's get into these freaking markets and make some bread.